It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago.
WWW. Brokewood already did look at your leaderboards. See, did they give you the win? Okay, they did. WWW. Let go on a 2-0 streak.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. From his end zone, Marvin Mims.
Let's get it.
And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The first carry now. This is Williams. Up to the 20.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Again, it's Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as he'll go from the 47 now on first down. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Up the middle, it's Williams. They find some open field here. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A first carry now for Jaleel McLaughlin. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack.
They'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They'd been moving the ball well. Drive had started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
WD.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down.
Now it's Nix.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip.
Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And, Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Murray now on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
Shotgun now from Murray. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
W pass.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Steps away to his left. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll roll him out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
WW. W.
And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score.
You missed it, Bray. Broy.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to...
I like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side...
Maybe a little gas.
Yeah. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Here's Nix. Escaping the pressure right. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted.
He quit, LOL.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona.
Lock-in.
Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. First play, and Purdy wants to throw it. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
That is caught and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Another big play and another 49er first down. Here's Purdy. He's got Ayuk once again. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now 2nd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think
WD.
that rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up. Throwing here, Purdy. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Purdy. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice
WD.
drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
I can tell you lock in W.
And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. I think we can
can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But this opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. As they've got it as we resume action. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's Murray. Flush to his right. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
W.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. That's complete to Michael Wilson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
W pass.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Screen pass to Connor. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a 1st down.
Benson is in. Touchdown, Arizona. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. When you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3.
You're new here, what's up, bro? You good, no cap.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it.
And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Garrett Williams.
And they will score. It's a pick-6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
W.
That's a huge play by this defense at a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick-6.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
He suck.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the pop.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Garrett Williams. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Right back to Connor here on first. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. It's been a long day for you.
You not losing this whole stream. I can tell if you get playing how you playing.
He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
First
If you
down,
keep
Murray.
playing how you playing now.
Chased out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
On play action, it's Murray. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Here's Murray from midfield. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from
Damn,
there.
know you up still, so don't matter.
He'll buy some time right. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Second down, here's Purdy to throw. Flushed out right. And it It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 5.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little.
You got gooped, no cap, he suck.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Purdy looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Kaiser White. And the Cards will take.
Made broke with LOL.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll run it. Here's the
You making everyone quit, okay, I see you the Joan.
About 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Once again, it's Irvin.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton. From the 41, here's 2nd and 5.
Throwing, Mayfield.
Finding Otton once more.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Zaven Collins,
WD.
the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. Mayfield now from the 50.
There's a short one taken in by Otton.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Mayfield on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. Baker going to give it to Irving. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And
touchdown!
Chris Godwin
from 17 yards out.
And the Buccaneers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them.
He missed.
But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Now the veteran workhorse. Here's James Conner.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6-0 our score after 1. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Murray going to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time.
WW.
32 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
To throw, it's Murray.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
To throw is Murray. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Murray now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Run outside Italing you.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends.
His
here for
Wi-Fi
1st and
bro.
goal.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Come on, fellas.
Yay his Wi-Fi ass.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Murray now. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Marvin Harrison
W
Jr.
pass.
From 3 yards out.
And the Cardinals are an extra point away from taking the lead.
And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy.
Damn the chit lagging, you would have made that, but it lagged.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A first down throw for Mayfield.
Across the formation, he finds Godwin.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
On second down, Irving.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. First down, Mayfield.
Down inside the 10.
And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
On first and 10, here's Irving.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
It lagging. It his Wi-Fi.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. And they'll go on the ground. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there.
Damn.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
This time, the extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Rolling to his right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. Murray and the Cardinals with a first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Murray now on first down.
That pass completed to Dortch. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Here's Murray. And this will be swung out here for Connor. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down. Connor up the middle. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the 1st down marker at the Bucs 42. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. A carry here for the big tight end. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They run behind center with Connor. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2nd down and 6 now. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. This is Higgins. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
WW.
Taking it
W.
in for 2 yards out.
W.
And the Cardinals
W.
are within an extra point
W.
of tying up this
W.
ball game. Jonathan Gannon making the call. They'll line up to go for 2. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Now Prater to add the PAT. It's right through, and we are now tied at 13.
W kick.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Lock on D now.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
This is 2nd and 8. Here's Mayfield.
This is caught by Evans. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mayfield now. Looking middle, and that's complete. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Chris Godwin with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
McLaughlin for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
In motion, the tight end. Now Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harrison. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
Go for 2 when you get a touchdown.
It's been very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, let's get some penetration.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket.
That is caught downfield by Harrison. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Here's a handoff to Connor, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Let him know. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Watch the pass.
Out of the gun, here's Murray.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Go for 2 and win it. Okay.
On the handoff, Connor.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
They'll try and run for him with counter. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running.
Here's first down.
Again, a run with counter.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
But just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches.
Now counter. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And
WW. W. W. W.
With his 15 touchdown runs. He believes he's as good as anybody down close.
Go for
and he
it.
powers his way in here.
So here's a big play for the Cardinals as they'll go for 2. Now Murray. He's got it at the 2. And he is in for the 2. I still can't believe they went for it. They got themselves a lead here late in the ball game.
W.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone.
Now locking on D.
Here.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Baker.
He completes it to Evans.
Able to get this all the way out close to midfield, just what the doctor ordered on play 1 of this drive in crunch time.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mayfield.
Flushed out right.
Out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Could this be the drive that ultimately wins the game? How about the initiative there? Running with it after he couldn't find a throwing lane, and he drove them into range for that play. What an opportunity they've been presented to come.
Mayfield to throw.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the midge, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
2nd and 6 coming up.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here comes
It lagging no.
A run up the middle with Irving.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Mayfield. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Fourth down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good, way wide to the left. And that'll...
He miss low. LOL. He quit. W. Four streak rigged now. Big W. Big W.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, coming to you now from the foot of the Rockies in Denver, Colorado.
Locklet get that 5-game win.
And off we go from Denver. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
You not lose a net if you keep playing how you playing. No game.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They'll run for the first time with Tyler Bidet. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. They'll go back to Bidet.
And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only
WD.
2 yards to show for it. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Nick's going to give this to Bidet.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First
Damn you,
for
Gooch.
Jaleel McLaughlin. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. On the handoff, McLaughlin.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Now it's Nix.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Oh, big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for
If
it
he
on their
go
own
and keep
side of the
rush him.
field.
They're
G.
going. It's Nix.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense delivers a turnover on
your
downs
ball.
on the very first drive of the afternoon. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
55 mark, guys, 55. And what's that? And what's the ball?
Here's Murray. And his throw is incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Murray. Screen pass to Connor. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
That's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Shank my head.
On 1st down, a run with Bidet.
And he's got room. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Again, it's Bidet. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Straight ahead they go with Bidet.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5.
You can't lose this, bro. You on a 4 straight rift now.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Bo Nix, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback.
What are you doing?
Walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what work.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Nah.
Looky here, a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and now an onside kick. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not
now
sure
you got to lock in for real.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. That maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage. And they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
That's complete to Michael Wilson.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
Back to throw.
Murray got his man. It's Dortch.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Murray now on first down. Open man here is Benson.
And out of bounds right around the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
First carry for James Conner. And Conner going to pick up a Cardinals first down as a tackle made at the 15-yard line.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay with who you know.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Murray a give. This is Conner.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
WW.
The carry here for the big tight end. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Tip Ryman
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Cardinals are back within a couple of the lead.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
From his end zone, here's Tremont Smith. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This 2nd and 4. The give is to McLaughlin.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Here's McLaughlin. And he'll work down inside the 45.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Second down and 8. They'll go play action with Nix. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. A carry for McLaughlin.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. They'll run. It's McLaughlin.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
Here's Nix.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's
WW.
on EA Sports.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside. first down. Murray.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He'll buy some time right. That ball caught by Harrison. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
27 yards.
And the Cards have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. On the ground, here's McLaughlin.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. McLaughlin, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now a handoff up the middle. It's McLaughlin, and he'll get this up to about the 40.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Up the middle they go. McLaughlin, and this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
To throw is Nix.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Lock in so we can get this win so we can be on a 5 streak.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 84 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has a 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside, where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers. If the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
McLaughlin is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
They'll try it with BTA.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
And the defense says they have it.
They WW.
One play into
W.
the game, an early
WW.
and just
W.
as they thought they might be able
W.
to take that across and
W.
get the lead,
W.
big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turn the ball over. Terrible.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. Now 2nd and 9. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They work now on 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Murray. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. To throw is Murray. And Wilson with it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. They run behind center with Connor. It was DJ Jones who was there for the tackle. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Murray now to throw. Pass complete there to Harrison. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Connor up the middle. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Murray going to throw.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Let go we on a 5 streak Rick now big W now let get that 6 game.
A big third down. Throwing now is Murray. Steps away to his left. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Fake it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Win this game and now you on 5 streak.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before.
He sucks for real.
Defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
I mean, he sucked for real. Easy win.
After the turnover, here's Murray rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. A leap, and he's got it. He got it.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Dancing to his left. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line.
Made broke with LOL. Carsey, everyone you play this whole stream quit that Carsey.
We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Lock and get the 6 win.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And a short pickup to about the 25. From the 25, here's second down and 8.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
WD.
Here's Rodgers.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
WD, you lock in okay.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
W pick.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick six, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
This is taken in by McBride. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now the veteran workhorse. Here's James Conner. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. In motion is Dortch. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3rd and 4. Here's Murray. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Rodgers. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
He's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Greg George deep for Arizona. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
He suck.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. On the move to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
That pass completed to Dortch. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accuses the officials of kind of playing to the home team, but not in this case. They're just trying to administer the game the way it's supposed to be. That droop.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back in the 24. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Murray.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
From the gun, Murray out to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Fourth down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now.
He connected on his first, this from 41. Prater's kick is good, and that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first two possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board.
Kick.
It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 6-0 our score after one. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And the return will stop right around the 25.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play
don't matter
to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
And check down, complete to Hall.
Oh, some strong running. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver. And it's good yardage and a first down to open the drive.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Now Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. The improv act, they're good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a third and short, 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Hall.
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down.
Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play.
To throw is Rodgers on first down. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets are an extra point away now from moving out in front.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good.
He miss LOL.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Murray now. Able to get this one to McBride. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 3rd and short, to give to the tight end. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Murray. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
50 seconds a month. 50 seconds a month.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Over the middle, Harrison. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Benson. And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions. And it's going to bring up 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage and just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Flush to his right, and he wisely will throw that one away.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw is Rodgers.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st down, Rodgers.
He'll let this go for Adams.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Rodgers to throw once more. Looking deep for Adams. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half for Murray, being chased out left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Broke with LOL. Why? It was tie. We on 6th Street WW.